Hi, I'm Adam, and this is Caroline, and we are the people who are trying to build the Pike Homestead. We just wanted to bring you along with us. We aren't there yet. We're looking to find it and build it and learn about it and figure it out as we go. And hopefully, you want to watch along with us and learn and grow as we do.
So yeah, when we first met, we moved into an apartment in Coquitlam.
Ground floor, 2-bedroom.
Small little place.
Yeah.
But nice big patio. And we're just living together. Then we got married and we had our first kid.
Yeah, we had our son.
Had our son, yeah.
And that kind of spurred a lot of, reevaluation on where you're going and what you're doing. We wanted to live a healthier life, eat better,
Yeah. Make it better for him.
Have a less of an impact on the environment as well. We started doing that with figuring out how to grow our own food and, doing that on, with a concrete patio that really wasn't all that big.
Yeah, without killing the plants.
Yeah. We were very accomplished at killing the plants.
We really were. We would, be lucky if we got anything to grow. Houseplants, even like ones that you don't even water, would die. But we wanted to try, and we wanted to start eating healthier. We didn't eat that much of a healthy diet. We ate out a lot and everything. So getting back into cooking and making all our own food and wanting to grow our own vegetables was kind of something we wanted to aim towards. Being in an apartment without a yard, then, we had to be a bit creative. So we started growing in pots and started
planters
and eventually kind of took over the green space that was a shared kind of green space for the
front of the building.
For the building.
With the help of our neighbor, who really, she saw what we were doing and just went all guns a blazing and had a real knack for it.
Yeah.
And helped us expand our knowledge and ability as well.
Yeah. Helped us keep ours alive and
expand into the garden space out front of our units and
it was a lot of fun. Yeah. We got the kids out and playing in the yard.
We
gardening and
started
digging.
small, and anybody can do it. You can grow potatoes in a bucket from Home Depot, and get a good amount. It doesn't take much; it just takes time.
Yep.
It's so easy to do. Anybody can start it up if you want to try it out. Do it. You can be growing your own sorts of herbs and everything real easy. Again, it doesn't take long, even from seed.
Yeah.
You can start it on your windowsill.
Yeah. No space is too small of a space, really. Anything is better than nothing, and we say definitely go for it. And that's what also spurred us into looking at how can we make this more our lifestyle? How do we add more growing, and what is it that we want with our life? You have to reevaluate these needs and kind of see where you want to go to.
Yeah.
We started looking at that and then realizing, well, if we want this house, it's not going to be where we are.
Yeah, we were living in Coquitlam in British Columbia, right outside Vancouver. House prices were unattainable for us. We'd never be able to save the money for the down payment, much less buy anything.
Yeah.
So we started looking into alternatives, like what would be affordable for us.
Mm-hmm. So I started kind of researching and looking at how could we get a mortgage, what kind of houses could we build, and we came across earthships. I thought it was very interesting. Made Adam watch the movies on it and look into it, and he wasn't quite sure, but I came across a local earthship called the Darkfield Earthship, and we decided to take a weekend trip and drive out there and take our son and go take a look and see what it's all about.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see it. It was still being put together at that point. They weren't quite finished. Not all of the walls were cobbed up and closed up. You know, you could see where they're using the tires for the tire wall, and but it was a working earthship. They were living in it.
We'll put pictures up. So.
Yeah, and yeah, it was interesting to see. You know, again, you know, not entirely my type of thing for a home, I don't think, but it was definitely worth the learning experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, I really enjoy the greenhouse attached to the house, because if I don't have to walk far to do something, then I'm more likely to do it. So it's definitely, you know, I like that. Growing your food in your house, you can grab it, throw it straight in your kitchen. I mean, that's awesome. Like that's my dream kitchen right there, you know, with a garden right attached to it. But you know, and the earthen floor and being kind of closer to nature and more in tune with that is something we've really wanted to drive towards.
Yeah, and so you know, that's been kind of what's been pushing us forward as we've been, you know, getting married and having a child and digging ourselves out of debt and
back into debt
and learning what skills we needed to manage that to move forward. And you know, we're moving forward.
Yeah, and you know, and trying to figure out how to do that financially. We didn't have any savings. We were in debt because of our wedding and because of being on leave with my kid when I worked for myself, doing some dog walking, and then later on starting a business and then closing it. That all, you know, debt comes and it goes, but we had to kind of figure out how we're going to afford this and start a budget and really start
managing our money
it.
better, and yeah, allowing us to do, you know,
more,
follow our goal here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know,
there's
as
lots
well
of
as and as well as growing our family, and you know, we've grown it now a couple of times since then. But we're also a lot closer to, you know, being able to acquire that that ground and build that home.
So yeah, budgeting was a thing we had to learn.
Yeah.
And we're still learning it. We're not perfect, but you know, we're getting way better than we were. And
the tools we found and developed and stuff to help.
Yeah, and the tools, you know, and asking for help when you need it. Like we used credit counseling at the beginning, where they consolidate all your credit cards, and that really helped get us going, you know, and to pay that off. I mean, once we were looking at 10, 20 years to pay off our credit cards. When we consolidated it, what did it take? It took 2 years, something like that, to pay it off. It's just like, you know, why didn't we do this sooner?
Yeah, they estimated it would be like 3 years, and we managed to fit it in 2.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have to cinch up the waist belt. Sometimes you just have to, you know, not spend what you don't need to spend.
Yeah. You know, make it really tight for a couple of years, and then you're in a better place at the end of it. So definitely worth doing. Yeah, but you know, we had our son, and then we had our daughter. And at the same time of having our daughter, our home was going to be knocked down, because it's going to become a new tower block rather than the apartment building that it was. It was old.
Redeveloped.
It was gone, going to be gone. So we had to start looking for our new home. And to do that, we needed to reevaluate what we wanted as a family. Like, what did we want? So we started having to look, and we put down our wants. We wanted to be near nature. We wanted trees. We wanted space to run, space to grow.
We needed to be close to transit.
Yeah.
We needed to be able to afford it.
And we needed to be able to afford it. It was a tall ask. And, you know.
It was 2-3 years of looking after we learned that the building was being put up for sale and for redevelopment, and
before we could move. And then while we were waiting, we didn't want to just wait on our dreams either. So we started, and we started small. So what you got to do is you got to start small and
little bits.
Grow where you can. Put that one tomato plant out and have fresh tomatoes for a week, you know, and put that herb plants out. Herbs were a great starter plant for us, and just starting to use those more. Get a bucket, throw a potato in it, see what happens. You know, it doesn't have to be anything wonderful. Even if you only get 2 potatoes out of that potato pot, you've got 2 potatoes you grew yourself, and they're going to be the best potatoes you've ever had.
Yeah.
So it definitely starts somewhere, and that's what started our
Just gotta
journey.
make the most of what you've got. Use the space to the best way you can. And look at ways to use everything you can rather than let it just go to waste. So anyway, that's part of the things we've learned, and what we're continuing to learn and grow with, and what we're looking to implement as we move forward here.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. We're hoping you'll like and subscribe and follow us along on this journey. Could be years, could be months, who knows? But hopefully something interesting will happen as we go here.
Bye.
Bye.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Start small. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.